going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Seth the Line Surgeon. And I'm making this video for everybody, but specifically for Triple D. I feel disrespected because I specifically made a video last year about how to price leaves. And even though it wasn't coming from an experienced person. I've been doing leaves here and there, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of stumbled across something with a customer that helped me to know I was egregiously underpricing myself in leaf jobs. And so Triple D, he posted a video to Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hopefully Brian will respond, but I'm going to go ahead and make this video and respond. To give a background, basically Triple D's post was about, he had a specific customer that they wanted him to come out and do a leaf cleanup for $200. Well, normally he would do a leaf cleanup for this customer's backyard for $200. This particular customer wanted him to come out every week for the next 4 weeks. So he's like, what should he price? Should it be $80 a week or whatever? Now, I'm going to tell you the background of my story and then what I think about that situation, how I will handle it. My background, I had a customer just like that. But they would get me to clean up their whole yard. And I was charging them $90. Yes, $90. It was a regular customer. I was cutting the yard for like $55. And then they would say, well, in the wintertime, they want me to keep cutting it. And the leaves hadn't fully fallen off the trees. So every week, you know, I would kind of blow the leaves out the cracks and crevices. And I would use my bagging system or whatever I had to get them up. I just got my bagging system like last year, so I was using my sweeper. Anywho, I was charging them like $90 a week. And I was actually going every 2 weeks. So it was even worse. And I was charging $90. So I come to find out, I did this for like 2 years for this customer. Come to find out last year, she told me that she would get me to do that $90 every week or whatever, 2 weeks. And then in January, she would pay somebody $425 to come out with their yard, their trailer with the vacuum and suck up all the leaves. I'm like, what? $425? That's what people charging for leaf cleanups out in these streets? And I said, I don't care if the person got a vacuum. I don't care if the person got a rake. $425 is $425. So I said, man, I need to up my prices. So it was kind of funny because once she told me that, my prices went up on her and everybody else. And so she was like, oh, so you charge me this much? Why are you charging me this much? And I was like, you know, of course I had to justify. I'm like, well, I charge $40 an hour for leaf cleanups, or $45 an hour. I forget. It's between 40 and 45. And then there's the haul away fee. So it ended up being like $125 or something like that. So I was still only charging her hourly. So basically, I will come out and I'll say, I'm going to work for 2 hours. And I'm going to work on this particular area of your yard. It might be the front yard. I'm going to come out on this day, and I'm going to work on this particular area for your yard. So I might work for 2 hours, charge $120, $125. And so from doing that hourly thing with her, it was kind of a test run. I kind of learned that, okay, in 2 hours, I can clean up this amount of leaves. And that's the hardest thing with business and lawn care is people want you to give a price straight out front. And it's hard to do that, especially with something you've never done before. And so that's where experience comes in good, is because Now that I had did some test runs and I know how much leaves I can get up in a certain amount of time, I almost can look at a yard to see, okay, I see how much leaves it is, I walk through it, I see how thick it is, this is going to take me 3 hours, or this is going to take me 2 hours. You get what I'm saying? And then you have to have that price of how much you charge per hour. A lot of people have a minimum. My minimum for a leaf cleanup is $125. Some people's minimum, and mind you, that's my minimum is $125 front or back. You get what I'm saying? Not $125 whole yard. My minimum for whole yard is between $200 to $225. You know what I mean? And that can range from anywhere from like $200 to $225 all the way up to $350, depending on how thick the leaves is, how long I think it's going to take me. My minimum for front yard is $125, and that can range from anywhere from $125 to $175, depending on how big the front yard is. Everything is dictated by that situational. You can't just say, oh, I charge $125 for all front yards. Somebody can have a mad small front yard, but it's still gonna be $125. But then somebody can have a giant front yard. That might be anywhere from $150 to $175 or something like that. So that's how I arrange it. But you have to have that minimum. So to get back to what Triple D's situation is, that person wants you to come every week, it's $125 every week. So if that person don't want to pay $125 every week, then maybe they should wait. Wait, because you got to think about it. You got to come out to that yard every week. You have to unload your equipment every week. You have to get all those leaves on your trailer every week. And then you have to go to the dump and unload every week. So you have to get paid accordingly. That person doesn't want to do it. I talked with Triple D about this at the Triple D, Brad, Blake. I talked with all of them. Those are people I stayed with at the GIE. You're not charging people. It's kind of hard to price things from being somebody who loves to do lawn care. We love to do lawn care. Me, all the people that are watching this video probably, we love to do lawn care. And so sometimes you kind of feel bad. I don't know the word. You kind of feel bad for charging people a certain amount of money to do something that you don't really mind doing. You like doing this. You know what I mean? I don't mind getting up leaves. It's kind of fun to me. As long as I got some headphones, I'm out here, I'm doing what I like to do. But at the same time, you're giving somebody a service. That person doesn't want to do this work. In order for this person to do the amount of work that you're going to do in 2 hours, they have to probably go out and spend money to buy equipment, you know, anywhere from $50 to $80 or whatever, depending on what kind of equipment you got. You know, and if you got nice equipment, they got to spend more than that. But I'm just talking about basic stuff, rakes and bags and sweepers and all that. And then they got to actually do the work. It probably would take them a couple of days. You get what I'm saying? And each day they're working out there for 3 or 4 hours. You get what I'm saying? So you're giving them a service of getting their yard cleaned up in a small amount of time. So you can't feel bad. You get what I'm saying? You have to charge accordingly what you're supposed to be paid. So basically that's what I charge right now. What I'm charging, it might be cheap. You know, some people out here saying their minimum for any kind of leaf cleanup is $200. Anything. $200, $225. They don't care if it's just a front yard. But I try to break it down because some people they don't care about their backyard. They just want their front yard clean. So I said, all right, $125. You know what I mean? And the reason you have to have a range is because it's two different types of people. It's the people that keep their yard nice and clean all year long, and then some leaves fall off the trees. And there's those people who haven't cleaned their yard in years. And they call you and expect you to get it looking nice and spiffy clean. And, you know, you got to do it, but you got to charge more. Because it's like layers and layers of leaves. Years and years of leaves. So, yeah, so I thought I would make that video for Triple D and everybody out there who's about to get into these leaves. I'm sitting here trying to get my trailer fixed. It's something that happened with my trailer that blew out some fuses in my truck and my van. And now I don't know what it is, so I'm figuring that out. But I got to get it fixed this week so I can get out here and do some work. Anywho, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Yes, sir.